Hey, Melissa here from GirlGoneFishing, and I'm back at the Strictly Sailing Kayak Shop where they have graciously allowed me to use their garage because it's really cold out, and all their tools and the expert advice of Brian Tacey himself, who's going to help me install my new Fishfinder. So for the last couple years, I had a Helix7 from Humminbird that I really liked that was kind of kicked down from someone who upgraded theirs. So I was really grateful for that. It was my first Fishfinder and it gave me a chance to learn. However, it was broken in that you couldn't map like your waypoints and stuff. And after 2 years on the trail, getting ready to start my third year, I decided that it was time that I start building that library of waypoints, that history on lakes. So, introducing my new Fishfinder. I got the Garmin 93SV with the GT56 transducer, and it comes very highly recommended, and I'm really excited to see what I can do with it. But first we have to install it, so here we go. So for ease of use on the Lynx, I use an over-the-side transducer mount. And what that means is instead of being hardwired into the Lynx, like in the little cavity, there is a recessed cavity made for a transducer on the Lynx. But I do this, and it also, since I have the unique and awesome opportunity to demo kayaks through Strictly Sailing Kayak, this gives me the option to just switch my transducer, my Fishfinder, over really easily to a new kayak. So this is my current one, and Brian's going to show me how we trade this out and get my new one. All right, I guess step one is open the box. I have a sneaking feeling that I'm going to be missing some things because it said that I needed to buy cords. So I don't know, I'm counting on that Strictly Sailing Kayak is going to have everything I need here to make my transducer and my new Fishfinder work. All right, we got a big, beautiful screen. Oh boy. And this is why I came to the expert for this. Okay. Oh, is this a transducer? Yep. It's a lot bigger than the last one. Will that work on it over the...
Oh yeah.
I'm a little surprised because this is my old transducer and this is the new one. It's a lot bigger. Maybe that means you see fish bigger. Tell us all about it, Brian.
Well, this is your old Ram transducer arm, and we're going to mount the Garmin now to the, it's really made for a Lowrance, but we're just going to use a little rubber washer probably and just tighten it down right there.
So I'm going to keep using my current Yak Attack mount, which I really liked, and it just pops right onto this base here, like that. So easy on and off. But I have to screw on the new Garmin bracket thing. So this is going to hold the Fishfinder. So I've got to screw these down. So I think that it's a good rule of thumb that when you're doing any kind of kayak modification, to hand tighten everything. Like, you know, if you use a power tool and go zzz, you know, and tighten it up, you can over tighten it pretty easily. And when you're dealing with plastic, like kayaks and the kayak mounts and stuff, you can crack the plastic if you over tighten. So good rule of thumb, just go ahead and hand tighten everything when you're doing your kayak modifications. All right, now we've got these nuts. And gonna put these on the back side to hold the screws in place. Now I had to ask Brian this question because I didn't know, but if you look at this nut, there's white on one side and silver on the other. Like there's like a little insert in there. And he said it's a nylon locking nut, or some short little word of that means that. And so the non-nylon side goes on first. You know, it's those things that people assume you know, and when you're just sort of like bumbling through and figuring stuff out like I like to do, you don't know that. So now I know. So now I'm backing the screws out because it turns out I think you have to put that nut thing on before you put the screw in. So the nuts seem to fit into like a little hexagonal, or you know, the shape of the nut. So the nut's gonna go into that little recess, and then I'm gonna tighten the screw down through it. But I did it the wrong way. So I'm gonna back the screws out and try again. All right, I think I'm doing it right this time. I put the nut in the nice little recess that it's made for, and now I'm gonna tighten down the screw. And it should just go right through that nut. Now we're getting somewhere. This looks right. Sometimes it takes me a couple tries, but I usually get there. All right. Okay, let's do the rest. When I was young and I was a Girl Scout, you know, we did merit badge stuff, and I was the only one who did the Ms. Fix-It badge, which involved like screwing in a screw with a screwdriver, hammering in some nails, maybe sawing a piece of wood. And I did that at home with my dad on our workbench. So he would be really proud of me for this. All those years of training for my Ms. Fix-It badge, and look at this, I can screw two pieces together. All right, there we go. I had removed this part to give me better access to the screws, so we're just gonna pop this part back on. I love it when it actually works the first time. Unless I find out I put it on backwards. That is a possibility. All right, we're making progress. I might need Brian's expert advice for this next step, but it seems like this has the female version of a plug, and this has the male version of a plug, so I kind of feel like I should be able to just figure this part out myself. Oh, I see. So this top part is going to hook under here, but then this bottom part has to hook under here. So my guess is this top part moves. Oh, so you push this in and it releases it. Okay, let's try now. Oh my gosh, I think it's on there. So I'm going to go ahead and put the cover on right away. So that I don't scratch it up while I'm doing all this stuff. It's my first Garmin. So I'm going to be using the same ram over the side transducer mount that I used on my Humminbird, but we're just screwing on the new Garmin transducer. So I have the plug. I should be able to figure this part out too, right? Maybe it would be easier if I like put them on the kayak. So the over-the-side transducer I have on a Yak Attack ball mount here, and you tighten it down. And what's so cool about this is if I want to go shallow, like I want to go fish the lily pads or something like that, I just loosen the mount and I can pull it up out of trouble. And if I want to deploy it, it's easy like that. And then I used to have my screen over here as well, but last year I moved it up to the front rail and I really like it. This is going to be a lot of extra cord. I see zip ties in my future here. So I'm trying to plug the transducer into the actual Garmin unit, and I uncovered the options, and it looks like the orange plug goes in the orange plug hole. That's handy. I love it when they make it so like the regular people can understand what to do. Not all of us are electronics and wiring experts here. All that stuff is very intimidating to me. So I'm trying really hard to be able to just handle everything on my own, take ownership of the project and not have to get so much help with this stuff. So that's why I'm really excited to be doing this part. Okay, I think that means that the stand is assembled, the transducer is mounted, and all that is left is powering the unit. So I'm a little afraid that it didn't come with a power cord. Well, this is the only thing left unused in my box, and this matches one of the plug holes in the back of the unit. So I'm guessing this is the power cord, the part that goes into the actual Fishfinder screen. But what is this? All right, this is the part where I have to pause and get some expert consultation from one of the Strictly Sail guys.
Should turn on?
It's on.
It says Garmin.
It says Garmin. That's good enough for me.
That's good enough.
My job here is done.
All right, good job, Brian.
You did it all.
Only with your expert support and advice. All right, we have the Fishfinder. It has power. Brian's checked it out. It looks like we're good to go. I can't believe we checked it off. It's accomplished. So I would not have been able to do it without the help of the guys up here at Strictly Sail and Kayak. And thank goodness they let me do it inside because it is wicked cold and still flurrying out there. So I'm super excited to have this all set up and ready to go for my tournament next weekend. And yeah, I guess that wraps it up. Thanks so much to Strictly Sail and Kayak and Brian and Tyler and their dad Steve for helping me out today. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys out on the water on the next one.